Alright, so what you're looking at here are the internals of the Teclast X3 Pro. I decided to take it off the rear cover, and actually really easy to take off. You can literally almost just use your fingernails and just work your fingernails around. How it clips on is just like this, and all you need to do is just go around the front side of it with your fingernails and just pry it off. Like use a guitar pick or a credit card would probably be a little bit better than your fingernails. And yeah, it does come off surprisingly well. And we see here that there is no thermal pad on the back. This is an alloy here they've used, and the top and bottom are plastic for obvious reasons for the reception of the antennas that are within here. So just to run through very quickly just a few of the components, what's inside here. I'm not going to pull off the copper heatsink. Good to see they've used copper. Now Cube only used an aluminium one, but what Cube did was put a nice big thermal pad on the top of this to transfer some of the heat away onto that rear hole housing. And well, Teclast decided they wouldn't do that. The engineers didn't seem it was too much of a problem or whatever, but it does get really hot around this area, probably up to about 43 degrees I actually recorded with my thermal probe when you are gaming. So quite hot there. So down here, that's the microphone right down there on the bottom. We have a Goodix touch controller there for the front digitizer glass. There's the 5 pogo pin connector. There's an internal metal frame that is supporting the battery, which is good, so you know that the battery is not going to be move around and cause damage or separate. What else? So a couple of discoveries. Well, not really. I kind of knew this would be here because it was there on the Teclast X2 Pro. And that is we do have a SIM card slot. So we've got micro SD and then a SIM. And right here is the SSD. Next to it, there's another M2 slot. That'll probably fit something like the likes of a Huawei 4G modem. So we might see a 4G version of this, but I do think it'll be possible to do the upgrade yourself. Along here, you could insert the antenna for the 4G, put the card in there, of course. And you'll have to cut a hole or make a hole in the case so you can get access to that SIM card slot. Just use a Dremel or something would probably work for that. So there are the speakers right here. You can see them on the left and right rear speakers. Along here are the power buttons. Here are the 2 battery cells, which are 4,500 milliamp hours each. And the rear facing 5 megapixel camera. Along here is one of the antennas. For the wireless, I would say there's another antenna down here, a smaller one that I would say probably would be Bluetooth. Actually, might not be because this is a dual band wireless card we have in here, because I pulled this tape back and you can see that there's an Intel logo right here. Very hard to see there actually. That is the wireless AC, which is the Intel 3165. Now I thought that might have been an M2 card. It turns out it's not. Obviously, you can see that it's soldered to the motherboard there. And a nice plug there for the battery. Overall, I think the build quality of this is quite good. Now, I've seen the inside of the likes of the Dell Venue 11 Pro, and it looks, okay, it's a different design. They have definitely a huge chunk of copper in there, but, I mean, in terms of build quality, this seems quite good. Not really too bad at all. I mean, okay, it's on a plastic frame, but all in all, yeah, definitely looks a step up over Cube's i9. The internals of that one I think are slightly cheaper, and the fact that Cube used aluminium instead of copper for the heatsink heat spreader there. So not really much more to show you. I'm not going to take this off here because I don't actually plan to do any thermal mods to this one. Why that is, well, I'm not actually planning to keep this one for myself personally. I have already selected the Cube i9 as a superior tablet, despite having half the RAM of this one. This of course has 8 gigabytes of RAM and does have that nice dual band wireless AC in there, what I wish the Cube had, but at least it's got the kickstand and a better design and a better screen, better touch response. And if you can see my comparison video, that is also there. If you search under the Teclast X3 Pro playlist, you'll find in there the comparison to the Cube i9. So that is the internals there. Thank you for watching. Hopefully see you back in the channel soon.